let's make this simple. Let's resize the board to fit the component. The component is 230 by 230. So, material 230. Select the component, center it on the job, F key, and there it is, much better. Now we can see what we're doing. First thing I'll do is I'll copy this to a new layer, or to that layer, to level layer 1. Then what we'll do, we'll hide layer 0 and we'll work only on layer 1. The problem right, we get an error. Okay. Go over to node editing and we find we've got lots and lots and lots of nodes that shouldn't be there. When I did an investigation of this file, I found out that there were 2 lines which causes the program to doesn't like it. So select and delete. Delete. Of course you can just select it and press the D on the keyboard. Does exactly the same thing. Now that cleans up one line at a time. As you see, you go here, delete, 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 because you don't need them. Delete, 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 delete. Oh, there's lots of lines there. D, 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 D. Oh, that was wrong. Shouldn't have done that. Right, that's got that done. Another one there. Delete, delete. Now that's got those bits cleaned up. Let's go over here and do this piece. Now, you've seen me select one point and go delete. This time we're going to delete all of those at the same time. So what we do, we select them and go delete point. Again, This time you can't delete them on there, so you've got to do it another way. You've got to select them, and you've got to use the keyboard D button. Now that's cleaned those up. Let's have a look at these. Select them all, delete them. Select them all, delete them. Select all of these except the end ones, delete them. And another lot. Oops. Now you may have noticed the line moved. We'll do that, we'll sort that out in a moment. Once we've got rid of all these horrible points. So we come back up here again and we delete all of these. Now you see there shows there's a double line there. I don't know where it comes from. It's from the original drawing. Don't know how it was done, so can't comment. But we will get rid of it later. Hopefully. So you can see I'm getting rid of lots and lots of lines all in one go just by selecting them all and pressing D on the keyboard. Move to the next section and we'll select all of those, press D on the keyboard, press D on the keyboard. Now you see that line moved considerably. To show this, if we go back and we see that's where the line should be. Well, we'll cure that in a moment. We want that line next. So you can see how by selecting multiple groups of points and then just pressing the delete key, you can delete lots and lots of points at the same time. Select it, D, 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 right. So select all of those points and delete them. Select all of those points, delete them. I'd love to know what horrible program created these vectors. To be or not to be, we'll delete that one. Oh, for goodness sakes. See, that's looking better. Now we've got to get rid of all of those points there, or most of them anyway. So first of all, we'll concentrate on this part here. That piece from here to here looks straight. Delete. See that point there, there. Delete. Do you see how I'm deleting multiple lines, multiple points at the same time? Oops. Well, we'll sort that out in a moment. Right, so now we have the thing, we've got down to the bare minimum of points, but as you can see, it's not the right shape. So the next thing we must do is change the shape to, now let's start with here first. If we hover over there and press I for insert a point, and then we can drag that point out to there. Now this point, now here we can either convert this to a Bezier or an arc. If we convert it to an arc, it's the wrong one. It's not the right shape. Although if I put it there, it matches. So by pulling this around, you can make the shape fit. So delete that span. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, we have this span here that we need to modify. So what we do, we click on it and we convert it to a Bezier. Now what we do, we go here, we go smooth point and smooth point. Now it's almost to the correct position, but this line shouldn't be there, so what we'll do, we'll delete that span. So by using these points, you can pull this out and it fits the span nicely. Up to the next span. To Bezier. Smooth point. Smooth point. Now as we know, this line shouldn't be here, so delete it. That has smoothed out quite nicely there. Smooth point. Delete the span. That's deleted another piece that shouldn't be there. Delete the span. This one, smooth point. Well, it almost fits. There you go. Oh, this one's a humdinger. There you go. Oh, that's moved, that one. There you go. Delete that span. Smooth this. And we're almost there. Hide the original layer. And now you see we're coming up where we have a duplicate line. Delete that span because it shouldn't be there. Right, so there's lots of open vectors there. See, I've selected there, and so we'll delete that line. There's another duplicate layer there that isn't coming up, so we'll delete that. Let's make that point. I can't. Alright, so we've got to realign these into one. Okay. Now, somehow we have a... See, this is the problem with this. There are no... You see, I'm deleting certain spans. Now I'm going to use the keyboard D. Delete, 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 delete. This is deleting the duplicate spans. Now we'll try again. All open vectors have been selected. Press delete on button. All duplicate has been deleted. Now, just to check on this, we'll make that the start point. So now, if we go over to here, select this, select the job, 6.1 depth, using a 3mm cutter. We only want to go one line deep, and cut. And as you see, I'm going to go deep into the board. That's okay. And so now if I do that, there is your shape. As you can see, there was a lot of work involved, but it's done. So what I'll do now is I will increment save that and say bye-bye. Sorry, I forgot something. You can play around with these Bezier curves forever and a day, getting it exactly perfect. But sometimes perfection is not required. Only sometimes, that is. Oops. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad, does it? There, all done.